Gugiem sigriensens berfaljelio goroe spianu asam morn mokle faljelio goroe Yang mogragan shiteshrol kodaghrivak shetanor Yalemires plastoch bjol skarem klar gushkezor
Coming to Glenborradale for me means first of all coming to Scotland, which is always very nice, and secondly joining whisky friends from other countries, talking about whisky, talking about what they think is good whisky for their country and for Holland, and joining very good whiskies from Adelphi.
It's a totally different atmosphere from being in Holland, you know. We live near Amsterdam, and it's really crowded place, and people and cars everywhere. And when you come here in the Highlands, and it's the atmosphere. It's the atmosphere of drinking whiskey for us, and being amongst the other Adelphi people. It's really nice. Totally different world to the world we live in.
That was a great weekend again. Like last year, we had a nice boat trip to Ben Nevis Distillery. It was really great to meet the distillery manager there, and it was a good tasting at the end of the evening, and nice Adelphi products again, and I will be happy to get them in my shop.
I think the main thing probably for me is meeting the people. I mean, the whiskey's fascinating, wonderful in fact, and you know, that's what it's all about really, but the real essence of whiskey is the people behind it, you know, and we've met people from the Netherlands and from Austria and all the distributors, etc. And from Scotland too, of course, and the people behind Adelphi Whisky. I mean, I haven't met any of them before, so for me it's been wonderful. It's been an opportunity to find out what other markets are doing, learning what we can do in New Zealand maybe a wee bit better, and also learning quite a bit more about the Adelphi operation and what the ethos is behind the company.
It's nice to meet the people. Meeting people actually you know but you've never met, you've only spoken to on the telephone, and other people that you don't know, but it's interesting to meet them, so it's good for contacts. Understanding more about other people's problems and other people's way of life, which you don't if you just stay insular in your office and don't go out and meet people.
The reason we come to Glenborradale every year with our agents is basically to thank them for supporting us over the previous year's trading. It's a good get-together to discuss trends and so on and so forth, but also to have a tasting of the whiskies that we're going to be introducing within the next few weeks.
Yeah, and also to get their feedback about what whiskies will do well in their individual markets.
Absolutely. We need to know what's selling well in their markets and why, and what the trends are, so that we can really support them and make sure that we're supplying the right whiskies to them.
Have you noticed in the last year or so an increase in demand for Adelphi's products?
Oh, absolutely. There's been a very significant increase in demand for our products, and that's caused by two things. One, we're a pretty small company, and we haven't really risen to the level of marketplace which we deserve to be. And that takes a bit of time because we need to get sort of brand recognition out there, and we're working hard at the fairs right the way around the world so that our name is established and people try our products. But the whisky market itself, of course, is growing. We're going to grow very much quicker than the whisky market, but there'll come a point in maybe a year or 2 or 3 years' time when we can't grow any more, because we're on the quest of the perfect dram, if you like, very, very high quality, which means very low volume. So we will grow very fast indeed, and then we will probably plateau at between 80 and 100 casks per annum and make our money through having very little overhead. But there won't be much scope for growth beyond that because we're not prepared to compromise quality.